Ciao everyone, welcome back to another slow fashion video. Today it's a shop your closet series, so I'm going to show you how to break down looks into elements of style so that you can actually recreate outfits that you find online from what's already in your closet. I love this exercise because it's really not about having a huge closet or owning so many clothes. It's really about understanding just how to put them together. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Every week I talk about slow fashion and shopping your closet. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below. I post every Sunday. And for those of you who are coming back, big hello. Thank you so much for joining. Let's jump on into these looks. I hope you like them. I've chosen 3 really minimal and chic looks today. I chose these looks, of course, because they're very spring inspired, but also because they have a really beautiful but impactful minimalist aesthetic, which I really love. And I think it's so important to identify that although these pieces might be very basic and standard, it's about the way you put them together, which is pretty magical. Maybe that's an overstatement. Anyway, let's jump in. So I'm gonna run through the elements that will really help me figure out what to pull from my closet to recreate this look. One of the elements here is that it's a very almost sleek and chic, almost professional style. There's a lot of layering going on, a lot of contrast between the white, the black, and the cognac. But I think the most important element here is that everything in this look has a lot of structure. Even the shoes are really architectural. What I love about this look is that it uses a lot of basics that most of us have in our closet, but it's really about these little styling tweaks, like wearing the shirt like half buttoned, the blazer opened, the sleeves are cuffed on the trench coat. Okay, so I've got just a simple pair of cigarette pants and a simple black blazer. This one isn't as oversized, but I think it'll still work fine. This actually isn't a suit, and I don't think that's important here. I think the white and the cognac or whatever other color elements you choose will break up the black. And of course, you don't have to have the black trouser or jacket. This could be a completely different color palette for you. I'm gonna use my longest button-down shirt so that I can get that nice open button effect. Okay, the only trench coat I have is this one here. It is definitely lacking structure. It also doesn't have as much of a stark contrast, but it's no big deal. I'm gonna go with it anyway. I'm still getting the layering, I'm still working with the neutrals, it's all good. Okay, she's got like a really interesting, almost delicate but still impactful shoe. I'm gonna use these, my nude, slightly metallic stilettos, because they've got that like sharp point, and I think they also work pretty well with this color palette. So I'm getting the coordinating accessories. She's also got that structured bag. My bag game is so not strong. I'm gonna use my metallic clutch because I think, again, it kind of works with these elements here. This next look is by Lauren Chan. This is gonna be a tough one. This is not at all my color palette, but I'm really trying to force myself to get more use out of my mini skirt this season, so this was a perfect look to do that. So some of the elements here are a really great play on texture. Another element is this beautiful analogous palette of deep browns and dark olive greens. I think that's so beautiful. And the other element that really stands out to me is this proportion play, which is pairing a really short, high-waisted skirt with an oversized and long blazer. So it's really creating this dramatic overbalance on top. Okay, so here's my mini skirt in question. It is like 1,000 miles away from the color palette I think that we're working with, but I think we can still nail the proportion, and by working with some of the styling tweaks like tucking the shirt all the way in and buttoning it up all the way, I think we can still recreate like the essence of this look. Okay, So here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with like the blues and the blacks and the grays kind of palette. So I'm trying to keep it analogous, or at least like in a similar set of neutrals. Instead of grabbing just a regular black button down, I'm gonna grab this chambray one here and kind of hope that I'm creating some sort of blue story with gray, because this is a really nice oversized silhouette. The only thing is that I'm like 1,000 light years away from the color palette, but that's fine. Not worried about it. We'll see. I could also use this blazer, which still has the blues and the blacks, so I'm still within my color palette, but it does have a pretty strong contrast with the cream, and I kind of want to stay away from the contrast. For the shoes, she's got like a really minimal but interesting strappy sandal, so I'm going to use my secondhand Prada strappy sandals, and I think this is gonna help in giving us that texture play. It's not necessarily between the skirt and the blazer and the shirt, it's coming in through the shoes. There we go. I'm applying the element of texture just in a different part of the outfit. I think I saved the best for last. This has to be one of my favorite looks that I've come across by Ivana Gibson. I just love the simplicity behind this look. Some of the elements that we're working with are a really beautiful flare leg silhouette that is balanced beautifully by this nice structure in the blazer. Another element is again kind of sticking to, I wouldn't say monochrome, but definitely a very uniform color palette. There's not a lot of contrast. This is very harmonious. Overall, the vibe of this is like Parisian chic, very minimal, and it also has this wonderful balance of yin and yang with the loafer, but the beautiful tailoring. So if I'm building this look, for me what's important here is the combination of silhouettes. So I do not have flare denim, which I find absolutely hilarious since denim is like a huge wardrobe staple for me. But what I do have are these wonderful flare leg vintage trousers. So, you know, I'm not necessarily getting the denim effect, but I am nailing the silhouette, which was important to me. Because my palette now, because of these pants, will be lighter, I'm gonna try and again stick to a more harmonious palette versus adding too much contrast. So I'm gonna reuse this blazer, I think. Ooh, do these go? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you know what? I've never actually tried these together. She's got a white t-shirt, but because I'm playing with my palette and she's pulling from a detail in her blazer, I'm gonna do the same, but with the darker color that's in my blazer. I'm gonna use this scoop neck tank top, which will have that relaxed fit. Ooh, the shoes. I do not have a black loafer. Okay, I have a green loafer. Is this too wild? Is this just gonna not make any sense? Black loafers have been on my list. Doesn't even have to be a loafer. Could be a brogue. Dying for one recently. Not until I find the perfect pair. I think the green is too much. When in doubt, metallic saves the day. No, they do not have that wonderful contrast that I get at the bottom of her outfit, but I feel like this is gonna be a better fit. Okay, not ideal. My very, very ancient purse that I bought in Rome, it actually is waiting to go for the cobbler, so I told myself I wouldn't use it in videos, but desperate times. Future Alyssa popping on here to say I'm very disappointed that I did not at least try those green croc-inspired loafers. I actually think they could have worked with this. So hopefully I'll be able to try this and show you someday. So that is what I have for you today. Let me know if you thought those looks were a hit or a miss, if you still like this kind of video, and of course if you do, don't forget to sign up to find out when my next live Shop Your Closet event is so you don't miss it. We do them every 4 to 6 weeks or so. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you learned something new. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao!